So, I don't remember what day it is. But you say, it went to our group chat. We have our own little group chat, okay? So, Anna says, my feet are hot. Harmony says, put them in some water. Anna says, that sounds like waff. Wet-ass feet. Harmony says, you are really enjoying making up WAP jokes lately. And Anna goes, listen, it's entertaining to make up new acronyms for WAP. It's an easy gaffe. Makes me understand the youth. So I can stay hip and cool and what the kids say, with it. Like, talkies are bussin'. And sheesh, what a hot day it is.
I'm telling you, I gotta stay with it. I gotta be hip with the kids. Otherwise I fall behind and then I don't know what anybody's talking about.
There's not a single person out there saying, wow, wet ass feet.
I am. I'm out there saying that.
Yeah, that doesn't make you hip with the kids. That just makes you Anna.
I am hip in my own eyes, and that
but
is
you're
what
not
matters.
hip with the kids.
Those kids don't know what they're missing out on.
Why did I write this? Brought to you by the record button.
Welcome back to Why Did I Write This? The podcast where we read bad writing so you don't have to. Here's what you may have missed last time. It was a sunny day. It was at least 80 degrees outside. I was walking through a forest to get to a hotel that my rich aunt and uncle bought. They invited all of my family members to come and stay for free. But a few seconds later, I heard an explosion come from the hotel's direction. So headhunters came and blew up the hotel, and they took the heads of my family. When someone who I didn't know stopped me, it's unsafe to be roaming around by yourself, little girl. Then looked up to find a tall man with spiky blue hair staring down at me. Or I think he was staring. It looks like he has no eyes. Quit wasting your time with this brat, Tootie. Another tall man with black hair and a dented nose said.
Just then, a Japanese girl and a fat guy came running. Excuse me for the interruption, but there to have been a fire at the Springfield Hotel. Also, what we found were two men who have murdered thousands because they are the cause for the incident. They are going to be sentenced to death.
Let's just take her with us and we'll see what we can do. Finally, we reached their house. What are your guys' names? I asked voluntarily. Well, I'm Tootie. This is Murdoc, Noodle, and Russell. It had been 3 months.
Oh, sudden time skip.
Yeah. In the past, the Gorillaz have been trying to find a free orphanage. One day they found one.
Time to kick her out.
The car drove off. I stared out the back window crying hard. Everyone except Murdoc was crying. Murdoc was partying.
7 years later.
Oh my god.
I was walking home, a different longer way from school. I came across this point where there was rotted wood, headless skeletons, and ashes. Hey, are you alright, kid? I opened my eyes and turned. Do I know you? I asked. I don't think we've met before. What's your name? A Japanese girl asked me.
Oh my god.
I'm Ariana, but people call me Lizzie. Good to see you again, kid, he said. So Lizzie, are you planning on staying with us? Okay, but you're gonna have to call Sacred Heart.
I walked back up to my room and started to draw. An hour later, Murdoc came barging in. Hey Lizzie, wanna come out hey Lizzie, come out here. I want you to meet somebody. Hi, you must be Lizzie.
Oh, I hate the voice you gave her.
I'm Sharon. Murdoc told me all about you. We're engaged, Murdoc explained. I was walking through the hallway and I heard Sharon's voice just then. She was talking on the phone, so I decided to stop and listen. Yeah. There was a pause. Yep, I I'm just gonna act like I love him, and when he gets $1 million, I'm gonna murder him and hide him in that girl's room so she'll take the blame. Murdoc, I said silently. When I reached his house, I barged in. Murdoc! He ran toward me. Lizzie, what's wrong? Sharon's marrying you for your money. Once you get $1 million, she's gonna kill you and she's gonna hide your body in my room so I take the blame. You
Totally believable.
You can't go out with her anymore. I don't want you to get hurt.
I'm Anna,
I'm Harmony.
And I'm Beth.
and here on to part 2 of reading Murdoc's Wedding. Okay, so we are on chapter 3. Chapter 3 is titled The Big Day. So, we've already moved on from he's holding hands, he's engaged, so now it's already the wedding. It's a quick fucking wedding.
Okay.
It was a bright and early morning. I had just gotten up,
What?
but I didn't get out of bed. Instead, I just stared at the ceiling.
You really love that ceiling.
I love ceilings. They're good to stare at. I sat up. I need to talk to Tootie. I got out of bed. When I got to Tootie's room, I saw that it was empty. So I went into the kitchen and I saw a note on the table. I then heard Tootie's voice. Tootie! He turned around. Lizzie! What was the voice I gave him? Lizzie! No, that wasn't it. Whatever. I ran toward him. Tootie, I need to talk to you. I can't, Lizzie. I have to go too, but you can tell once I get back, okay?
What? Where are you going to?
That's what he said. He said, oh. I can't, Lizzie. I have to go too, but you can tell once I get back, okay? Where are you going? To town with Noodle and Russell. When are coming back? Yop'll be in bed once we get back.
Who's gonna be in bed?
I am. I'm a child. I have
No,
to go
what
to
was
bed.
that
Yop
word?
will be in bed.
Ya?
Yopple.
Get it?
Yahtzee?
No, Yop'll. You're not getting it.
You're right, I'm not. I'm sorry.
It's supposed to be Yule. There's a P in there.
Y-O-U
that makes more
apostrophe
sense.
L-L.
Okay,
Yop'll.
I was putting like you all people together. That's why I was like, what is happening?
No.
Okay, Yop will be in bed. Alright, understood.
Okay, Yop'll is in bed. Okay.
I'm gonna name my future child Yopple.
It's
better
a
than
beautiful
Yop'll.
name. Oh, and who's gonna watch me? Murdoc, and you're also going to his wedding.
How
And
old are
also
you at
you're
this
going
point?
to his wedding.
Yeah,
What?
I'm going to Murdoc's wedding.
Yeah, you said the line wrong.
What'd I say?
You said, and you're also going to his wedding. It's, and also you're going to his wedding.
Oh my god, whatever semantics. Wedding? He nodded. Give me a hug before I leave.
I also like the implications that none of the rest of his band members are attending his wedding.
They don't care. They don't care.
They're
but
going to
I
town
have
instead.
to go. I have to go.
Because you're the only one knowing that she's a grave digger. Grave
A
digger.
gold digger.
Maybe a grave digger too. She does
Oh.
plan on killing him.
It makes sense.
We'll find out. I hugged him. Wish him luck for us. Then he left. I ran towards Murdoc's house after he left. When I finally reached his house, I barged right in. Murdoc, you're getting married?
Oh no, how did you not know that he was getting married to his fiance?
You went over and told him not to do it.
I just found out yesterday that he got engaged. He was holding hands. That's a telltale sign that someone is engaged. He turned around. What are you wearing? A tux. How do I look? Good. He smirked. Lizzie, you're just in time. I was just about to rehearse my poem.
Oh no.
Poem? Yeah, for Sharon at the wedding.
Sharon. Out of every name you could have picked, why did you go with Sharon?
I don't know. I thought
Basic
maybe
white
this
woman
was
name.
like pre-Karen.
Karen, so it was Sharon. Okay.
Except Sharon's the murdery one.
Sharon is just an advanced Karen.
Oh, God. Why are you marrying her? I love her, stupid. Thanks.
Well,
So, Lizzie, are you going to sit at the front of the chapel, the middle, or the back? I'm not going.
eloquent response. RSVP, I not going. Send back. Favorite song, Dancing Queen, Dance in My Honor.
Excuse me, but did I hear you wrong? I looked up. Nope, I'm not going. Why not? I just don't want to see you foolishly marry a girl who's gonna end up killing me. I meant to put you, but...
I was like, I thought he was killing him. When are you getting killed?
I don't know, my life is gonna get ruined, so I may as well be dead.
Damn.
Woo.
Get out. I looked up-o at him. Get out! He charged at me and chased me back into the house. When I reached my room, I looked out my window and saw Murdoc go into his car. Stupid, I said out loud. I leaped on my bed and began to cry.
You're like crying. Always crying.
But then I lifted my head up and changed into a short-sleeved shirt and jeans. I know what I'll do. I'll just go and stop the wedding.
Well, that's not appropriate wedding attire.
I don't care. I don't care about the wedding. I don't want to dress up.
Oh, okay, dang.
I'm not like other girls. I don't wear
my
dresses.
Oh, no.
I ran out of there and headed toward the graveyard chapel. That is literally what it is called.
That's why she's a grave digger.
Minutes later, I got there and I went in through the first double doors and ducked down low and waited for the sermon to say, "Is there anyone who thinks these two shouldn't be wedded?" A few seconds later, I heard him say it and then he paused to see if anyone wanted to object. Does anyone want to take over?
I'll take over.
Sure.
I'll jingle jangle.
Jingle jangle. Your dingle bangle.
Okay.
Okay, it starts right there.
Me! I barged in and heard everyone gasp and look in my direction. It's giving me flashbacks to kindergarten.
What?
The one time I farted in the middle of my kindergarten class, everyone gasped and looked in my direction.
Didn't you say you like,
Yes.
cried?
I barged in and heard everyone gasp and look in my direction. Please give your reason, little girl. I walked up the 5 steps and faced the crowd. These two shouldn't be married because she's just marrying him for his money. When Murdoc gets enough money, she's gonna kill him and hide his body in my room so everyone will think I did it. Everyone stared.
Flawless plan.
She pushed me into a wall. Hey, lay off, Murdoc said to Sharon. I punched her face. Lizzie!
Woo!
He pushed me down the stairs and then he jumped on me. I got up with tears in my eyes.
Why is this wedding so violent?
But he then kicked me into a wall. Then he grabbed me by the neck,
This
took
is
me out.
child abuse.
No one did a thing.
No, they just all watched. Then he grabbed me by the neck, took me outside, and threw me against the ground.
How do you not have any broken bones by this point?
Don't worry, we'll get into her injuries later.
Yes.
Quit ruining everyone's lives, he screamed at me. Then he went inside and left me out in the cold. We got a chapter break. Do you want to take over?
Sure.
Okay, it's a short chapter.
Oh, good.
What chapter is that, Beth? Right here.
It's chapter 4, and it's called the one nice thing Murdoc did.
He didn't do anything else nice. It's just that one thing.
Okay. Why did you... Okay. I got up and started to walk slowly. I'm not doing it in the voice, alright? It's not happening. Hey, baby. I knew you wouldn't kill me. Sharon. Hey, just out of curiosity, how much money do you have? Because maybe we could go on a honeymoon with it.
Smooth transition.
He looked in his wallet. Too much money for me to count. You also used the wrong form of two, but that's fine. He showed it to Sharon. Wow. All she remarked.
Wow. Sir Owen Wilson.
Okay, did they finish the wedding or not?
Well, yeah, they just got married.
I just wanted to make
it's
sure.
implied.
It's not implied in the slightest.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow, all she remarked. She hugged him and secretly she pulled out her pocket knife.
From her wedding dress.
Okay, in my mind, at this point, she changed out of her dress and is wearing a t-shirt and jeans.
Well, you need to put an author's note in there, okay? What is that? He let go of her as soon as she made a stab for him. Hold still. She made another stab at her. Who are you trying to stab?
That was another typo. She was trying to stab him, not herself.
Oh, well, missed him. Then she tried again, but a policeman grabbed her wrist and handcuffed her. Okay, you're under arrest for attempted murder. Then he put her in his car and he drove off. Lizzie, he said out loud. I don't know why the policeman's calling your name.
No, Murdoc is.
Well, you didn't make that clear.
You want to know what's something that I noticed with my writings is just
bad?
that, but just things appear out of nowhere so conveniently.
Oh my.
Like all of the TVs in the TV store turning off.
Oh, just wait. I still walk. Okay, first off.
It's me now. It's
yes,
me.
It's you. I still walked with a limp. I walked until I reached the lamppost. Why do you have a thing for lampposts?
She stopped Tutu at the lamppost.
Every single one of these has a lamppost in it. I can't.
I like the aesthetic, apparently.
Oh my gosh. I walked to the lamppost where me and the Gorillaz met. I sat down. Why? I said with eyes full of tears. Then I got up and walked again. Murdoc ran desperately through town. He ran at least for 20 minutes, and he finally found me walking with a limp, and he saw that I was shivering. He came up from behind and took off his really warm leather coat quietly and sighed. This is for you, Lizzie, he thought, and then he draped his coat over my shoulders. What a nice thing of him to do.
That's
The only nice thing.
Oh, do you want me to continue reading? It's a new chapter.
Or do you want it? Or I can take it back.
Whoever wants it.
I'll take it.
Okay, good.
Where's my jingle jingle? It fell in my pants. Okay, hold on. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
It's mine. It's mine. Okay. Chapter 5. Forgiving. Whatever or whoever scared me, so I turned around quickly. And what I saw was Murdoc staring down at me with sorrow in his eyes. Lizzie, I'm so sorry. He hugged me, but I pushed him off. You put a cut on my head, a footprint on my shirt, and you held my neck so tight that you left a hand mark. You're hurt, he said sadly.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm sorry, he whispered. We walked to his car, which it was there.
Just immediately appears. Just like magic, you snap and boom. Whatever
Just like
he
the
needs
police
there.
officer.
Yeah, yep. He was at the wedding.
Yeah.
He was a guest.
He opened the car door for me and shut it tightly when I got in. Then he got in. On the way home, he kept wiping his eyes on his sleeve.
Oh, he's crying because he's sad.
Oh, he's so sad that you feel so bad.
He's so sad that he committed child abuse.
It's okay. okay. We make up for you.
Oh my god.
As for me, I kept on wiping the fresh blood off my face.
A parallel.
He poured some bottled water on a rag. Here. He handed the wet rag to me. Keep it on that gash until it stops bleeding. He rubbed my back, and then he put his arm around my shoulders.
Ew. Stop it.
Oh, it gets worse.
Ah, stop it.
He came close to me at a stop sign and whispered in my ear, I'm sorry, Lizzie. I love you.
Ew.
Then
To
he...
a child?
To a 12-year-old.
Ew.
I'm 12 and loving it. Then he kissed my cheek. After that, he put both hands on the wheel and smiled a nice smile as I fell asleep. When he did, he wrapped me with his coat and turned the heat on high. I need to...
What time of year does this take place?
I don't know.
Yes.
Chilly
Great.
year.
Chilly year, my favorite year.
I need to make a quick note here. So,
yes.
in this scene, when I first wrote this, instead of like just having like me bleeding and he hands me a rag, I said that I have internal bleeding in my original writing because I was coughing up blood. And he's like,
Okay.
here, drink some water. It'll stop the bleeding.
And then you did some research and found that's not how that works?
No, I talked to my brother about it and he's like, that's not how that works. So I changed it.
Man, I'm so glad that your brother's so smart.
He's very smart. Ow. Here, you take over. I kicked my foot.
I'm jingle-jangling in.
Jingle jangle.
When we got home, he didn't bother waking me up. Instead, he carried me up to my room and covered me with 3 blankets.
Why are you so specific?
Because I was chilly.
I guess.
When he was about to leave, I sat up and sighed. Murdoc. He turned his head to look at me. What? He asked gently. I'm sorry for ruining everyone's lives. He ran over to me. No, you're not. I am.
Yeah, you are.
I
No,
should
you
have
can't
never.
have feelings.
I should have never hurt you in any way. He put his hands on my shoulders and laid me back down.
Ew.
He kissed my forehead.
Ew.
Now get some sleep. You need it. When he shut my door, I was fast asleep.
You know what she actually needs? A social worker.
Wait
A
for it.
therapist.
Y'all just wait. Just wait.
Oh my god, no.
It was 1 o'clock in the morning when 2D, Noodle, and Russell got back. Murdoc was watching TV. Hey, Murdoc, where's Sharon? We didn't get married. He told them his story.
Why didn't you say she was in jail?
And now she's up in her room asleep. Everyone looked at him stunned. Why would you do that to her? Russell yelled. She's only 12, Noodle exclaimed.
At least Noodle has some sense.
I think he deserved a beating, Duty declared.
What is that nanny voice you
I
gave him?
don't know. So they were beating him up until... Stop. Everyone stopped and looked in the dire action of where the voice was coming from. Lizzie! Tootie yelled, and he ran over to me and hugged me, and he wouldn't let me go. Lizzie, I'll make sure nothing awful happens to you again. He was stroking my hair. Let go.
Ew.
He did as he was told, but reluctantly. I walked over to Murdoc and helped him up. Then I hugged him and started crying in his arms. He stroked my hair. Finally, I forced out the words, I forgive you.
I had to force out the forgiveness. I need you, Beth, to read chapter 6. It's a short chapter, but it will answer your questions.
Well, thank you.
Jingle, jingle, your jingle bell.
I've got a jingle jangle.
That was a terrible jingle.
Vigorous jingling.
That was an angry face.
Oh, okay. Chapter 6 is called Regret. I woke up the next morning feeling awful. My head hurt like it was shot with an arrow. My neck hurt like someone jabbed a knife into it. And my stomach hurt like someone kicked a soccer ball, and it ended up hitting my gut. My face was buried in my pillow, with my hair covering my face. You, like, flipped the whole hair over and then slapped a pillow on top.
Yeah.
That's a real deep mood you had.
Double cover.
I made muffled noise in my pillow, trying to show my pain in the quietest way. I think she's waking up, someone said. It freaked me out, so I sat, no space, up screaming.
So they were all just sitting there watching me sleep.
Yeah. Lizzie calmed down. I looked around and saw that 2D, Noodle, Murdoc, and Russell were by my bed. I was breathing in deeply and breathing out deeply. Why were you mouth breathing?
I was a former mouth breather.
Lizzie, why are you panicking? It looks like you've seen...
That is not... It's
No, I'm sorry.
Panicine.
Pan-icing. It looks like you've seen a ghost, 2D yelled. Murdoc felt my forehead. You're burning up, he exclaimed. I laid back down and covered my face with my hair. Closed my eyes and sighed sleepily. We should go. They headed toward the door. It's gonna be okay, Lizzie, Murdoc said when everyone left. He smiled. You don't like commas a whole lot, do you?
I don't like proper spacing or pronunciation.
Oh.
I don't like a lot of things.
Oh my gosh, finally, our Lord and Savior is here, alright? I woke up to the sound of the Gorillaz yelling at a woman. Here's what they were saying. What? You're just taking her away from us like that? I heard 2D yell. Well, yeah. You're just making her life much worse by keeping her. I have no choice but to take her away from you. I heard the woman say. I began to cry. You're being sold to One Direction.
No, I'm not being sold to One Direction. Give me that. It's the last chapter.
Oh, thank God.
This is...
It's getting steamy in here.
No, grab some Kleenex.
Oh.
Because it's going to be heartfelt, okay?
Oh, okay.
Chapter 7. Not leaving.
Do you think she's leaving?
No, I'm not. But we'll find out.
Oh, okay. But what if?
I can't just lay here and let things happen, I told myself, so I got out of bed. I stumbled many times due to my fever.
No, that is not something that happens because of your fever. I need you to go back to medical school. There's a lot of inaccuracies.
When I got out of my room, I instantly fell to the floor. I can't do this. I'm too weak, I said quietly. But then I heard them yelling again. You can't take her. I love her and she loves me.
Ew. Take her right now.
Please.
Please
Take
take
Murdoc
me.
to jail while you're at it. He did abuse a child.
I heard Murdoc yell. I got tears in my eyes and stood up. You're not taking me away again, I yelled. Lizzie? They all said at the same time. I ran down the steps. Lizzie, you should be in bed, Noodle exclaimed. I'm not leaving, I told her. I held onto the wall for support. I let go of it and walked slowly toward the woman. Oh my God. You can't take my prized possessions away from me, I said angrily. She reached for my wrist and grabbed it, but I pulled away. Don't touch me. Ariana, that man hurt you. You're unsafe, she explained. His name is Murdoc, and I know he's truly sorry for what he did. You're coming with me, she said. I ran over to Murdoc and grabbed onto him. Tootie, Noodle, and Russell came over and stood by Murdoc. I'm not going anywhere. Murdoc hugged me tightly, and I was expecting him to push me off of him and say, Go, she's right. You don't belong here.
Which would be the correct thing to do.
But surprisingly,
Oh my God, no.
he hugged me even tighter and said, No, you're not leaving this time, Lizzie.
Ew.
I cried in his arms, and he rested his chin on my head, and he stroacked my hair.
You're still 12 years old.
When we looked at the stunned woman, who seemed to be getting emotional too.
Oh, no.
I'm getting sad right here. This is a very happy ending.
Oh.
She ripped up the contract and took out a ton of papers.
Contract? Were you being sold?
To One Direction.
Put them at auction? Like, what?
No, it was the release of person papers. I don't know.
Wow, very legal and technical. Thank you.
But she took out a ton of papers and another contract. I think we can work.
The keep of people papers.
I think we can work things out.
Oh,
she
no.
said. if I knew this woman in real life, I would report her to the state.
Absolutely. I'd be like, this woman should not have a license.
She said, I smiled happily and looked at everyone who also smiled. They all hugged me and thanked the woman for being so kind. They all signed the papers and I got to live with them from then on. The end.
Wow.
So, wipe your tears.
I have no tears.
Don't be sad that it ended. Just be happy that it happened.
Oh
Listen,
no, I wish it would have ended sooner.
My tears are shedding because Lizzie should have not been living with the Gorillaz.
Yeah, apparently.
Just get rid of Murdoc. Everything would have been fine, maybe.
What happened to Sharon? She just rotting in
She
a
went
jail
to jail,
cell?
duh.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was clearly made so clear in there.
Listen, there is no where are they now at the end. So
You're right, you know.
I never got that far.
Were you gonna write another one after this?
Another revamped Murdoc's wedding?
No. Like,
Okay,
we're
well,
gonna
'cause
continue
that's-
the story.
No, that's been in the works, and I do have a sequel to this. It's called The Diary Tragedy,
And dear Lord, it's a hot mess.
and I hate reading it.
Oh, so you have to read it on here then.
Oh my god, I do, but it makes me cringe. It hurts physically to read, but I will power through it when we get to that point.
That's the entire podcast.
Okay. So, thank you for coming on this journey with me. That was like my first ever written fanfic.
I hope you all loved and hated Murdoc's wedding just as much as everyone here.
You know, I can't believe your writing career didn't take off.
Well, it's never too late. Well, thanks for listening, friends.
Tune in next time and we'll have some other garbage for you to listen to.
Okay, love you. Goodbye.
Love you, goodbye.
Bye.
Why did I write this?